Guys, welcome back to our channel. It's me, Eric, one of the education specialists for Easton Bank's Learning and Life Center, and you are here on our channel where we discuss gardening techniques, tips, and tricks for you in your home garden, where we help install school gardens and community gardens. So thank you for joining us for another video. If you have not already done so, please subscribe to this channel, like and comment, share this video, and don't forget to click the notification bell in the left right corner of your screen to be notified when we drop new videos, which is every single week. This week we've been a little backed up due to us planning for a garden workshop that we hosted in partnership with one of our local libraries this past weekend. So we've been doing that, and we've been getting prepared for the new school year. Because in the next few weeks we'll be starting our gardening sessions with this high school that we are at right now in this video, also with a new school and elementary school. So we're just, behind the scenes getting everything sketched out, getting our T's crossed and our I's dotted. So we do apologize for not dropping a video in the past week or so. But in today's video, we're just going to quickly discuss the crops that we have already started in the garden, either by seed, directly sowing them, or starting them in the greenhouse, the little small greenhouse that we have in the little trays. So let's get started. The crops, we're not doing any more, well, let me not say that. I was gonna say we're not doing any more summer crops, but I do want to get one last round of cucumbers started, and it won't be a lot, but it'll just be enough to where we can get some kind of harvest before it's too late. Sir, unfortunately we're not going to do any more squash here in the school garden, at this garden. It's just not going to work out anymore due to like the heat, and just the squash bugs have really been doing a number on all of the plants, on all of the squash plants here. So trying to do any more squash is you're just wasting seed at that point. Okay, now that I've said all that, I think I have some more Ancash. Yes. We're gonna do the Ancash Market cucumbers. I love these cucumbers because they are parthenocarpic. If you haven't watched the video on our TikTok discussing what a parthenocarpic vegetables are, please go do so. But for a quick summary, a parthenocarpic flower or plants do not have a male flower, which means that they only have fruiting flowers, the female flower, and they don't need any fertilization from humans or from pollinators. So that's why I love a parthenocarpic cucumbers like the Ancash Market. So we're starting those. We're starting the Puna Kira. I believe this is like an Indian type of variety of cucumbers. So we're going to start some of those. And lastly, we are going to do, one second, I'm trying to find the actual one that I want to do. I think we're going to do two more varieties. We're definitely going to do some of the Market More cucumbers. I believe these are like a pickling cucumber. Yeah. They're best for, you can pickle them, but they're also for like fresh salad eating, slicing. And then we're also going to do the lemon cukes. So these are the 4 varieties of cucumbers that we're going to start. We're going to start them today, and we're going to put them in the little pots that are square, and they are about, I would say, 6 to 8 inches across. We're going to start them in there, and by the end of next week we'll no, not in next week, in like 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, we'll put them out in the garden, and we should be able to get some type of harvest before it gets too cool. So those are our cucumbers. Okay, I'm going to leave them out because I do need to make labels. Well, not labels, but I just want to write it down in my phone so I don't know what I've said on camera because I will forget. I'm bound to forget. Okay, we can discuss the peas, leafy vegetables, herbs, flowers. So first up, we have our brassicas. There are a lot of brassicas that I want to get started solely for my home garden, for the community garden, as well as for the school gardens. So we're like starting as many fall crops as possible. So we're doing kohlrabi. I haven't had a successful growing of kohlrabi with the students yet. Ooh, please move away, me. I haven't had that success yet. Making sure I don't get stung. But hopefully this time around we do. It says sow in spring or late summer. So this is the perfect time to do this. So kohlrabi, that is the purple Vienna variety. I really want to know what that tastes like, and ultimately I want to know what it looks like full grown. Like, I've seen video of it, pictures, but there's just something about growing produce in your garden and you visually seeing it yourself. So I can't wait for that. Next up, we have our Florida broadleaf mustard green. These are perfect. When we grew them at the other school garden, I totally thought these were cabbages until I remembered that, oh, the students grew mustard greens. So these are perfect. They taste good if you mix them with like kale and collard greens. Perfect. Choice some. These are perfect. They grow really fast. They don't need that much water, but you do need to water them. But they are a good plant to grow for greens. And then we have our different kales. We have red Russian kale. We have this premier blend of kales. This has I'm trying to find out what types of kale are in here. So this one has two dwarf varieties of kale, red Russian kale and lacinato dinosaur kale. So we're gonna do that. And then we have our broccoli rabe rapini. I haven't had success growing this. I think I probably had one plant that we harvested from at the other school garden, but not that much success. So we're gonna try that again. We are also going to do, I wanna finish discussing kale before I move on to broccoli and cabbage and cauliflower. We're also gonna do the India. I don't know if this is the same variety as that mustard green, but this is the India Florida broadleaf that we're gonna start as well. And then we have pak choi that we're gonna start. We're also gonna try the purple choy sum. It's like the same variety of choy sum that I already discussed. Hello, how you doing? Yes, please. We'll be doing Wednesdays at 10. Mm-hmm.
And you just come out here?
We teach the students. We have our own gardening program.
Yeah.
So,
The safe center?
hmm?
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I'm Eric, by the way.
I'm Miss Matt.
Miss-
I'm
Miss
Miss Matt.
Matt. What do you teach here?
I'm sorry?
What do you teach here?
Yes, I'm a teacher. I teach the special ed department.
Oh, cool. We've been wanting to work more closely with different, the schools with the students that have disabilities.
Yeah.
So, if you want to talk to Miss Jones, see, because we have to still sit and talk with her and see how many students she's going to have this year. Because some of her students did graduate already. So maybe we can substitute some of your kids into their spots.
Oh, they would love. I know I got one that just she would eat this up.
Yeah.
All day.
But we'll be starting in, I think, the second week of September, so you have enough time to discuss that, and then we can meet together. Oh, and lastly, we have our Georgia Southern Creole collards. Collards are my favorite. Like, it's just something about going out in the yard. It's a wasp. Okay, it's something about going out in the yard, harvesting collard greens, and just cooking them on the spot with some cornbread, baby. I ain't trying to force you to grow collard greens, but you should definitely think about it. It's really good. Those are really good. All right, so we're done with like the leafy brassicas. We're gonna move on to our cabbages, broccoli, and cauliflower. So we're gonna do the Waltham broccoli. I love broccoli. Like, I eat broccoli at least 3 to 4 times a week with my dinners and lunch. So I'm gonna grow these a lot at home as well. But also the Di Chico broccoli. I think those are all the broccolis that we have, all the varieties. I do want to try other varieties of broccoli, like the purple broccoli and things like that. I hear that those are really good, so I would love to try those. On to the other. Oh, well, I kind of fibbed. We have the Romanesco broccoli. That's the broccoli that has that like very textured, artful, artsy look to it. We have a few seeds left. We tried to start some last year. They didn't grow all the way. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we actually get a nice, harvest of that. And then we have our early snowball Y cauliflower. I do want to try other varieties of cauliflower because that's the only packet that we've been having for the past year or two. And then we have our other greens and cabbages. We'll be doing the Micheli Napa cabbage. Ooh. I love cabbages, so we're going to do a lot of different cabbages. We're also going to do the Pak Choi Toi Choi. It's another type of white stem pak choi. We're going to do the Chinese Golden Beauty cabbage. Now this is the perfect cabbage to use in recipes like your what's it called? What is that dish from the I think Koreans make it a lot? It has the cabbage and peppers or something. It's red. Kimchi. This is perfect to use in kimchi recipes, so I really want to try that myself and probably make some for the students and have them try it. We also have, I think I already said this, the Micheli cabbage, and we have tatsoi Asian greens. Now some of these we will have to wait until the temperatures really move down to the low 80s, high 70s, because for instance, tatsoi, it does not like heat. Pak choi does not like heat. So right now we're not going to do those two varieties. We're going to wait till late August, mid-September, between that time frame to start those. We're going to do the Palo Rosa Maverick Radicchio. Those are so beautiful. I think I have some video of growing these in the clip that I'm showing you all right now. We grew a lot of those, but I think the variety that we actually grew, oh, this is the same, the Palo Rosa Radicchio. Yeah, these were really good. These grew fantabulously in the soil at the other school garden, and I really enjoyed harvesting them. Unfortunately, we donated them all to the families that we were serving in that round of families that we served, so I didn't get a chance to taste any of it, but hopefully this year I do. We also have the 1 kilo slow boat Napa cabbage, and I think this variety specifically does not bolt quickly, meaning it doesn't go to flower quickly, so you are able to start it now and not be able to harvest it, so it will grow good for you. So we're going to do that variety as well. A few other cabbage varieties that we are going to do are Savoy cabbage. Now this video here, well, this clip of one of the videos that we posted, I think last year, it was either last spring or the fall previously, the fall before that. The Savoy cabbage was the largest cabbage that we've grown since, and it was the largest cabbage to date. So I'm really excited to grow the Savoy cabbage. We also have the Copenhagen Market early cabbage, And I don't know if I already said this, but we have the premium flat Dutch cabbage. So I'm really excited to grow all of those cabbages, all of those broccolis, the other leafy green brassicas that we have. And I cannot forget the Brussels sprouts. Two varieties that we'll be growing are the Catskill Brussels sprouts and the Long Island Improved Brussels sprouts. This past year, we got so close to growing, well, not growing, but harvesting Brussels sprouts. They started to grow. They were about that big, but then they started, going directly to seed. So this is the time we're going to start a lot right now to get like the first round of Brussels sprouts in the ground, so that they have even more time to actually grow to full maturity and actually produce a harvest, a crop. So we are going to start carrots, which are the next vegetable that we are starting right now. However, I said in the previous video that I do need to add in like a 2-inch layer of seed starting mix, peat moss or coco coir, along with perlite and some good cow manure, because I feel like the beds, one, they have gone down. So we were like up here, and then they went down a few inches because of the planting and the plants soaking up that nutrition. So we need to raise the level of the beds, of the soil. And in doing so, I need to make sure that the beds are fluffy, because right now they are compact. A lot of the plants aren't doing so well. Like our squash did not do that well. Let me start over. So at first, when we put the squash and cucumbers in the ground, they did well. That first round of squash and cucumbers, they took off. But as I put new seeds and new plants in the ground throughout this summer, the ones that went after that first round, they didn't do so well. So I really feel like the top layer of soil, like the first few inches of the soil, it needs to be more fluffy, so that the plants have an easier time with maneuvering their roots through the soil. So that was a mouthfeel. So let's just discuss the 3 carrots that we're going to try here in the garden once we actually achieve that fluffy soil. Well, I'm going to say 5 types of carrots. So we're going to do the Petite Sweet Little Finger, Scarlet Nantes. I love these carrots. I don't even know how many carrots of this variety we have. I may just have to purchase some more. The Cosmic Purple, I think there are only like 2 seeds in there. You know how small they are. They can get. We have the Ox Heart carrot, as well as the Danvers 126 carrot. And this carrot, it says, growers in Danvers, Massachusetts during the late 19th century were searching for a carrot with improved color, yield, and uniformity. After many variations, the Danvers 126 carrot was born. So that's really cool. And it's resistant to cracks and splits, which we do experience with growing our carrots. So I'm really excited to grow this variety. My carrots. All right, we're not going to grow that many flowers because we have a lot of flowers growing right now, like marigolds and cosmos in the garden. And the basil is flowering, so the bees are really loving that. But I do want to start just a few more cosmo. And we're going to do some more sunflowers today. Literally today. I'm going to put some more seeds in the ground so we can have like a fall flush of sunflowers. And I need to do that before it gets even hotter. So I'm only going to probably just do 2 varieties of cosmos. And I'll do some more nasturtiums. I lied, we're going to do more types of flowers. Hold on. Okay. So we're going to do the Bright Lights and Candy Stripe Cosmos. Cosmos are some of the prettiest flowers ever. We're also going to do the Wallflower Siberian variety. And I started these last year, but neither packet germinated. The Sugar Stars Phlox flower, as well as the Monster Rose Double Flower Mix Portulaca. So these flowers are really pretty, and hopefully, since we are getting cooler weather, they will love that. Surprisingly, this flower says it takes drought really well. So maybe I really need to start these now. So I will. I'll start these now quickly later today. And then lastly, we are going to do the Orchid Flame Nasturtium, which are very striking in color. I love those so much. Baby's Breath. And then finally, we're going to do the Pacific Beauty Calendula variety. I would like to purchase, hopefully my local garden center has some. I would like to purchase some more calendula flowers, well, seeds. So hopefully I can find some this week. And we'll start some more basil for like a fall harvest. So we'll do our cardinal basil. I love this basil so much. I grow it at home, and I make some very tasty basil pesto out of it. It's really good. Coriander. These are seeds that students saved back in 2023, and we have about 10 packs of those, so we saved a lot of coriander ourselves. We're also, or I forgot to mention, these are the herbs that we're discussing now. Bunching onions, the Parade variety. I love bunching onions so much. This past summer, I harvested all of the onions out of my garden and used them for fresh eating throughout the week. So it was very fun to do that. We're going to start some sweet marjoram. Some, do I want to start there? No, we don't need to start no there. We'll do some amaranth. Well, probably even for late summer or fall. Yeah, we'll do some amaranth, since it only takes 45 to 70 days to maturity, so it's perfect for like a fall harvest if we want to do bouquets or anything. We'll try to do some peppermint. We'll see how that goes. I've only had success growing peppermint once from seed. Any other time it's been like a plant from the nursery. And we'll do the variety of white Lisbon bunching onions. Lastly, we will do moringa. I did not know how to start moringa seeds before, because they have like a very, maybe I can show you. They have a papery seed coat. And so you're actually supposed to remove that hard papery seed coat and actually plant the seed that is within, which is white. So I didn't do that. I did it, but the seed was already in the soil. So I had to take the seed out, take it out of the coating, and then put the seed back in. By that time, some of the water had seeped through, and I cut some of the pieces of seed off. So we didn't get any moringa trees, bushes, whatever, last year, earlier this year in the spring. So hopefully, if I do it properly, well, when I do it properly, we'll get a good planting of that. All right, two more things that we have left to discuss. Two more types of plants, groups of plants. We have our peas, and these 3 packets are seeds that students saved. So we really didn't have to purchase any new snap pea varieties, which is awesome. And that is the beauty of saving your own seed. You prevent yourself from having to spend more money to buy seeds that you could have just saved yourself. So we're going to start the Early Perfection peas. In this little packet here, we have a mixture of super snappy peas, Oregon peas, and gray sugar snap peas. And then the last 2 varieties are the Early Frosty pea and the Cascadia Super Snap. So I'm sure these all have different like growing features. Some may grow taller than the next, but I'll do my best to make sure that the students have the labels that they need to make sure that once we do harvest seed again, after the plants start to die. Once we harvest seed, we'll be able to know what type of plants we're growing. Okay. I know I just discussed the leafy brassicas that we were going to grow, but I do have a few more different varieties. We have Swiss chard that we're going to grow. Rocket salad. This is the Cultivada da Horta variety. We're going to grow wasabi arugula. This variety of lettuce, I cannot pronounce that. But that lettuce is really good. It grows really good. It gets a big head and it's very tasty. We already discussed that, but lacinato kale. All right, guys, thanks for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe, like, and comment. And don't forget to follow us on our socials. We can be found on Facebook and Instagram at EBLLC on Facebook and Instagram. We could be found at EBLLCINC and on TikTok at Project Grape. Make sure to follow us on our newsletter if you want to be more connected to our organization, and also click the link in the description box to be notified. Well, not be notified, but to find out more about the merch that we have available. Oh my God, please move. Have available in our merch store. And until the next video, we will see you all later in the garden. Bye.